guess, the toss with the bugs seems pretty good. But, have to get on top of people first. And they do have a Rubik Oracle, so a lot of control on these two supports.
Yep, yeah, a lot of team fight control coming out from these guys, and of course Rubik absolutely loves playing against this Weaver, loves playing against Puck as well, and loves playing against Tiny. It's a fantastic Rubik game already.
And Kato, you got like a way better Illuminate.
Yeah, true.
Way better Blinding Light. Huh, that's very odd. Like this Weaver straight out of the gate. I wonder if they were trying to bait a Rubik pick, because Rubik is great versus Weaver, but now you have an Oracle Rubik dual support, which is not necessarily a strong duel. I wonder if this was like intentional or just I guess not a mistake, but maybe an oversight by Wind and Rain. They have very squishy heroes in IP though. I guess the Sand King is a little tankier, but I would like to see someone with a little more body, a little more thick.
Let's get someone chunky down. Let's get a Medusa. Screw it.
Yeah, like I think they really need it, because there's a lot of burst damage here. Puck, Tiny, Weaver.
These guys are gonna really get in and hit you hard. I kind of said it as a joke, but Medusa does seem like a really good pick for NIP right now. Doesn't love leaning against Puck, but doesn't hate it either. It's doable.
Radiant team.
Yeah, and it's an ace hero for sure.
Templar Assassin.
Huh. I guess they do have a lot of skills, a lot of heroes that have like these 1 damage instant spells, like Puck, but the Tiny can break the refraction pretty easily.
Yeah, that's the one hero who can really rip through it. But the refraction's good. But I think the laning phase, TA versus Puck, you've already picked up 4 and a 3 heroes, so the Puck is kind of press ganged into this middle lane regardless. And TA versus Puck is classic. TA destroys Puck.
That is true. And I also think that so Meld dispels. It dispels TA, right? Which means he can actually get out of the Blinding Light to deal with the Will-O-Wisp.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you don't pick it up very frequently, but I think it's a nice talent.
Oh, the talent. Right. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Level 20. I mean, obviously pretty late talent, but it can be meaningful later down the line. Bend the Terrorblade, an ace hero. And Wind and Rain. Is that Weaver going to be a carry now? Because I guess they can send the Puck off lane and pick a better mid matchup.
10 seconds remaining.
Right?
5 seconds.
I would like that. I think that Puck is going to have an awful lane versus the TA.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you can even put... I don't think Weaver has a better time versus TA. I was going to say maybe you can put the Weaver mid, but actually that doesn't sound particularly good either.
Nah, I think you get out-denied too much. The TA has way too much base damage. You might be able to get the range creep with Sukuchi, but that's about it. They're going to take the Monkey King out.
Faceless Void.
Okay. Was not expecting Faceless Void, but it's great versus Weaver.
Goodness. Yeah, it's great versus Weaver, great versus Puck. I mean, these squishy heroes with lots of evasion and mobility, high mobility heroes which rely on their mobility to actually survive, is exactly what Faceless Void loves playing against. So, this is a great Void pick.
Yeah, Time Dilation crushes the heroes, but they do have the Will-O-Wisp, so until there's BKB, the Faceless Void might struggle to get a couple of kills, but maybe the plan is just to throw the Sand King into the Chronosphere and just burst whoever's inside. Now if you're Wind and Rain, okay, we're just gonna pick TA. I really like this. I think just
so
changing
Puck. Yeah, I love this mix-up, actually. That's really nice. So they're going to have Faye on the Weaver, carrying Andre on the OD to try and lane up versus the TA a little bit better. Something just to rip through these heroes a little bit quicker. That's going to give them some damage and some way to try and counteract this Chronosphere just a little bit with that Astral, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many good sides about the OD. You can actually Astral the Oracle as you jump, so there's no false promise. You can save people on the Chronosphere, as you mentioned. Lanes well versus TA. And it's not like the Puck's going to have a horrible lane versus Void. With that Tiny, they might even have kill potential in him.
Now, I know that in OD versus... Clinks versus TA, Clinks takes off 2 charges of refraction at a time, but that's not the same for Arcane Orb, is it?
Ooh, that is a good question. I actually have to check that out. it should be 2 damage instances, but
Okay.
well, you never know. Dota 2 is the fascinating game. Oh boy, World Devour. Let's check it out. I'm not afraid of saying I don't know stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'm into that. So Cube is going to be laning up with Boogie right now, so it's going to be the Puck Tiny lane, unlike what we originally thought. That does mean that Coddle doesn't get to lane with a Tiny, which maybe he might have done because Coddle Tiny is really good, but it's not an easy lane to get, especially when you look at the drafts and everything. You need to make sure that you're winning your other lanes as well. So Weaver will be with that Coddle. And to be honest, Weaver Coddle's pretty good as well. Just reducing the cooldown on that Stakuchi and even on the Geminate as well is really strong.
And by the way, it is a separate damage instance, so I'm gonna be able to do pretty well with that refraction.
Yeah,
and
that's
yes,
really
right,
nice.
just banning the TA, making sure that she cannot get any last hits.
Yeah, it's the moment she pops out refraction, just pop her inside Astral Imprisonment. Goodbye. I'm gonna take this CS. You can't deny me. Yeah, really strong. All right, I like the draft. The one person I don't think they have answers for is the Faces, though. I mean, we talked about the Astral. It doesn't have a big enough cast range to really be super useful inside the Chronosphere. I don't think they have enough
build
answers. Yeah, just build Aetherlands. We'll see how they do. But I do think this is going to be a bit of an ace show. And if there's anybody want to have your win condition on NIP, it's definitely ace. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, there's every possibility if this OD just going absolutely out of control. So I'm not completely counting Wind and Rain out of this one, but I think the drafts are pretty even, and obviously NIP, they're a pretty good team.
Yes, they hard to argue that they're not the favorites here. They actually gonna smoke here. Let's see if they can find
the wrap around. They don't have huge initiation range, which is the one problem. So 33 gets a smoke bomb, has to go in quickly. They've got the root, but they don't have it for very long. Oh, Slash going to be able to run himself away. The blinding light leveled up to save the day. That was nicely done.
Yeah, but that's a victory in itself, right? Now you don't have that Illuminate spam. You have Blinding Light, which is not the greatest spell to have level 1. Yeah, so it's nice. They don't get a kill, but they do force that spell. And I was going to say, this Weaver item build is going to be weird, right? Because you're against the Faceless Void, you really need a Dispel on either the Manta or the BKB. But at the same time, having Lincolns would be so good versus Sand King, because the instant cast point is very hard to deal.
Ooh,
so I wonder...
kind of came in for the bounty and then
there.
was like, never mind. JK. All right, so 2 runes apiece, everything nice and even. Meanwhile, Ace taking a bit of harass up here at top as Boogie and Cube getting involved. They've got a toss, but no real toss targets right now, so just some casual harass coming through. And the return harass a bit more significant because, PPD on the Oracle just does a lot of damage.
All right, so Tiny and Puck. I think this the lanes in general are actually pretty good for Wind and Rain. I think that the maybe bottom might be hard with the Ruby getting more levels, but that's about it. I think they're gonna have good lanes. The problem is how you deal with that Faceless Void, as you mentioned, and the fact that NIP is a huge team. That TA, when she gets Dasso, quickly Roches. That's not really true for Wind and Rain. The Weaver has some minus armor, but they're a pretty bad Roshan team. So overall, I think they can pressure objectives better on the side of NIP, and it's on Wind and Rain to win the lanes well enough so that doesn't become too much of a problem.
Yeah, they need to really kind of stop down hard on this one. Top lane, I am a bit worried for them, though. I think bottom and mid is going to be fine. You're going to need to find some kills in this lane with the Puck and the Tiny, otherwise I think the harass is just going to completely outscale them.
Yeah, I was thinking about the Puck actually leveling more points in the silence, but you got to be careful about the spell on the Oracle, right? You have to force the Fortune's End before you can try and go for a kill, which can be pretty hard.
Yeah, it seems very unlikely they're going to be able to kill. Definitely the Void, and even the Oracle might be a bit tricky, but he is the option. PPD is going to be the target. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, TA dropping them just a little bit low to the constant harass here. These Astrals with the Equilibrium allowing you to get so much harass onto this Templar Assassin. Do you think maybe NIP are a little bit too reliant on the Chrono?
I think it depends on how the game is looking. If it's even, I don't think so, because that TA will be huge. And they don't have any saves on the side of Winter Rain besides, I guess, the Will-O-Wisp, but they don't want to use it as a save in the first place. Now, if they get a little far behind, then it definitely becomes a problem. As a Faceless Void, like, they don't even have that much damage inside the Chrono, right? TA doesn't have that much attack range. So, can be a problem. Ideally, I think it's not going to be. Gonna have to wait for the mid-game.
Well, bottom lane 33 just sitting inside the Sandstorm with Saxa backing him up. Happy to pump the CS on that range creep there. He sees the sentry going down and will just move to the other side of the Sandstorm. Pinged out plenty of times. I know exactly where it is.
Uh-huh. That's a good spot, but those players, they know all the spots.
Double damage.
Top lane, we jump forwards onto Boogie with the root from PPD charged up, but easily dodged out by Boogie. Nice phase shift.
Just bringing the creeps here for his puck.
Yep. Creep delivery service.
Oh, they actually want to meet the creeps. Okay.
Oh, that's surprising. They're not going to do it in a very good place, though.
Oh, that's actually so good because the Void...
Yeah, killing off the range creeps for the Void. That's really smart.
Wow. That's pretty... Oh, they might be...
They've got the toss back onto the Oracle. PPD thrown out of position here. Well, he doesn't have a purge for another 5 seconds, but getting the damage off onto PPD is kind of tricky now they've used their spells. That is almost impossible there. Cube's the one taking a lot of damage right now. He's fallen low. The toss back. PPD still dropping. Boogie's got to be careful. He's got the orb available now, but PPD well out of vision and out of sight and out of mind.
Ooh.
That was costly.
Guess it's the cell there. Yeah. Interesting that the puck gets phase shift. I guess he's trying to dodge the Fortune's End.
Yes.
But this means they don't have a lot of potential.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure I like it. Meanwhile, Andre dropping a little bit low in this middle lane, but gets himself this salve and will just get himself all nice and healthy again. There's Fada just getting those harasses off with the side blades. Andre coming back into lane with the salve still ticking is kind of brave, but it's absolutely fine. Doesn't get side bladed up.
Alright, so pretty even, I guess not that even. Sizable advantage for the TA, but it's going to get better as the cooldown of Astral reduces with levels. Going to be able to get it off more times.
I love the Keeper Light just kicking the Sanking outside of his own Sandstorm.
That's actually pretty good. I'm sure if they picked the Coddle before the Sanking, but it's a great solution.
Creatively thinking. Meanwhile, PPD is going to go for a pull here. Cube and Boogie want to close the gap, but getting a kill on this guy is so damn difficult. Which is a problem, because as I said, really should be trying to find kills in this lane, but so far, nothing has been coming up for them.
Yeah, the Void literally free farming here. 23 and 12.
Yep, on those 2 range creeps, he's been having a wonderful time up here.
Yeah, that's definitely a problem. On the bright side, though, the Weaver also free farming here. But as we talked about, the Faceless Void has a great matchup versus the hero. So you don't want them to be even. You want the Weaver to be ahead.
Lift back onto the Kotl here. He's going to throw out the Blinding Light pretty quickly, and that will stop any kind of Burrow Strike follow-up onto him there. I think if you Burrow Strike first before Sandstorming, then he might have been able to get him before he gets the Blinding Lights off, but there you go. Meanwhile, Faye is ready for the Bounty Runes, as was Cube, which makes it 2 for 2, it looks, although Cube. There we go. 2 for 2. Somehow managed to not pick up the bounty. Faye did that earlier as well, though, so definitely a common theme with Wind of Rain. Ace has used his... Oh, okay, that's costly.
Nice.
Quite a few misplays coming out of this game, I must say. I mean, that's... you need to get the toss onto the Void there, but there's a range creep in the way.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, because that's one of the few chances that they would get in this lane. We're already past 5 minutes, and the Void will have, you know, I think Chronosphere with no deaths, which is always a problem here.
Yep. Cube once again trying to go for the wraparound, but going to get blasted up by PPD, ready to throw down these Fortune's Ends. See, because I'm really dedicated to casting, I actually played some Oracle games so I could get the names of his spells kind of hammered down into my head.
Okay.
He's always one of the hard ones, isn't he? Like, you know, Fate's Edict, Fortune's End. His spells are called stupid names, and they're really difficult to remember. So.
Yeah. I played a lot of Oracle when he came out because I really liked the hero, and still I find it hard to remember the names. They're so difficult to, like, they're hard to pronounce, and they're like weird words.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, definitely cool hero. You know, if you want to try a new support, I think Oracle is one of those fun ones where you can get kills and just
I
blame
played
your
it with
spells.
mid with a Ethereal Blade and Dagon, but there you go. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, they're going for the gank onto Andre, and they will certainly find it. Saxo with a fantastic rotation. A couple right clicks will be needed, but they do get it. A phase of Psyblade through the creep. Nicely done by Fata.
Mysterious.
That must
Yeah,
have been
and
like
that's
max
the-
range there.
That's how you kill OD. You just wait for him to waste that spell, and then you can quickly get a kill. Nice rotation there by Mr. Saxa. Even gets a stack here. Look at
Radiant's
the
middle tower
value.
is under attack.
Delicious. What a rotation from Saxo, yeah. That's really kind of full efficiency right there.
Uh-huh.
Your face.
Up in the
All
top
right,
lane
so-
again. It's just very quiet. Too quiet for Wind and Rain right now. They need to start making things happen.
Yeah. The problem is they can't trade.
Well, things are happening, but it's not for Wind and Rain right now as Saxa continues
Ooh,
his
toss.
rotation. Toss back under the tower, but he's got that time walk. Will walk into the Void. Void's dropping kind of low here, but they don't really have the follow-up damage available, so it will be all chill for now.
They have to be very careful. Ace will get level 6 with this. Okay, one more creep.
Boogie really wants to go in for the Waning Rift and Illusory Orb.
I think he's gonna die.
6 comes out. Oh, they're not going on, didn't they? I don't think they have enough. Oh, yeah, they do actually. They've got Purifying Flames. They do have enough damage to kill him. What am I saying? Meanwhile, the Saxa in the river being jumped upon by Cute, but the damage reduction really hurts this Tiny a lot. He does rely on that so much to finish off kills. Now the Chronosphere comes up, gets himself one. Now looks towards the Coddle as well. That's going to be 2. A beautiful Chronosphere
Oh my
tying things up
God.
nicely. And now the bash onto Boogie. He'll need another one, but Boogie makes it under tower. Weaver's now turning up as well. He really wants to try and clean up PPD here, but he gets disarmed. Doesn't matter. Runs him through all the same. And now looks towards Saxa as well. Saxa will have the Shrine. He's trying to try and juke it through the trees, though. Doesn't want to waste the Shrine just for his team. And now the Void's here. They can certainly pop this one off. And Faye, well, he's going to have to back himself off now as Fada comes hasting through. Faye moving into a good position not to be in sight of the TA, so won't be run down by the...
Dude, Saxa is a god. He actually doesn't activate the shrine to help Ace. Survives anyways, and that Faceless Void, you know, like usually your first Chrono, especially level 6, you don't have that much kill potential, but he gets a double kill. That's like the greatest start I've ever seen for a Faceless Void. He is set for success.
Yeah, it's all on Ace now, and you know, he's the number one hero. But all of these lanes are going fantastically for NIP. Like Sand King is killing it in the bottom lane. He's having a great time. Does have to TP out right now, but that's straight into a shrine. Once again, finding that value. That'll just get his mana topped off. Like NIP are just playing this map so much better than Wind and Rain right now. And
Yeah,
do you remember that sentence we said to each other at the start of the game?
Which
laning
one?
phase.
Tower is under attack.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Wind and Rain have to win this laning phase, and right now, well, Boogie's actually close to falling here in the top as constant Purifying Flames come out, but now he's got 3 instances of heal on him, so he's just going to be brought right back up to full HP.
Tiny coming back. Let's see.
Yeah, could consider going for something here. I mean, they've got the Waning Rift with the Illusory Orb, but burst damage
Yeah, and
is
the crazy-
definitely severe.
The crazy part is the Faceless Void, even in this very hard lane, managed to like go greedy and only get 1 point of time walk, and he did not die.
Yeah.
So that's really problematic. Ace is playing greedy and he's not getting punished by it.
And they have to toss away here as Saxa comes in. Boogie, well, he's got the orb, should be able to jump to it, but Void is following.
Oh, no.
Use the time walk as well. Oh no, Boogie, he's just finished off here. Cube does manage to take that bounty rune, but still very, very costly as Ace is just cleaning up in this top lane.
He's a bashing machine.
He
Every
is.
time-
He's a bash
he
lord.
just-
Time dilation onto, I believe that was, I'm not sure if it was 3 of his spells or 2 of his spells, but it was definitely onto 2. Yeah, just completely slowing down the puck and allowing the Void to just completely annihilate him.
It was a great Void pick. You know, not a popular hero, but he definitely has his place. Looks like the OD is going Midas, so yeah, they recognize that their laning stage was not great, and they're just going to aim for the late game. Usually, not a great idea when you're tier 2 team versus a tier 1.5 team. Usually doesn't work very well.
Top 6 in the major, 1.5?
All right. Okay, tier 1. I mean, they didn't qualify for the
They
major.
didn't qualify
but I
for the
guess
next
Europe-
major, yeah. It's
Yeah, I guess Europe is a different region. All right, I'm gonna give it to them. Tier 1.
I think EU
You're
regional
right, you're right.
qualifiers are harder than the minor
I kind of agree.
for the major.
Yeah,
at
like
least.
I agree. And it would be crazy if NIP actually qualifies again, right? Through the minor to the major.
I mean, yeah, going by history and going by the odds, I think they certainly stand a very good chance of doing so. Yeah, second minor of the season. PPD, you know, he's just playing for the money. He's just playing for 2 tournaments rather than just the one. Just wants to play some more Dotes.
That's true. And you know, have you listened to the podcast of Sunsfan?
No, I haven't.
He has a podcast with Syndran.
Syndran, right? Yeah.
And they were talking about generally. Well, I actually completely forgot what I was going to talk about. Nice.
Oh,
so
okay.
just ignore what I said.
All right.
Let's change the subject.
Cool. Yeah. No. Was it a good podcast at least?
Yeah, it's a great podcast. I really recommend it. Like, if anyone likes podcasts and likes Dota, really recommend it. It's like pretty fun. I like the dynamic. European and NA. They have their differences. It actually works pretty well.
Oh, sounds exciting. Might go give it a watch. But yeah, back to this game. We've got a disconnect on Ace here, which is unfortunate. He's already doing fantastically well though. He's got the power treads, got the morbid mask. Weaver doing decently well as well. He picked up a kill onto PPD. So he's 1-0 for himself right now. And also just kind of farming up in this bottom lane, looking towards this Yasha. Looks like he wants the Manta.
Yeah.
Not too sure, honestly.
It's just necessary. The time dilation just kills the Weaver. So
True, yeah.
You need either the Manta or BKB, but first item BKB is like so bad, right? You just feel so bad building it. So I guess that's really the only option. It's either that or Lotus Orb. You're a carry Weaver. Damage. Oof. I feel bad for the Weaver, but I think that's really the only choice. Maybe he could have gone for like Diffusal into Manta, but he might be too greedy. That Void is just too fat already.
Wants to kill him. 33 wants to kill Faye. He's got the Epicenter coming in. He's got the Burst Strike, but he's not quite in range for it, but does manage to get it off all the same. They have got the damage with that Veil. Frey gets ripped a new one, and 33 makes it happen in the bottom lane. Oh, the hopes and dreams of Wind and Rain just got absolutely slammed in the bottom lane. Epicenter does go to town now. Well, TA. Ooh.
Thank you. Anyways, it's a pretty rough game, and we did complain a little bit about that early Weaver pick.
I got disconnected from the server.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm
You're
still watching.
In? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hopefully.
What did TA live? Yeah, I guess you did.
Find out in the next episode of Bowie and Nomad Castle.
We're going to throw it over to a break from our sponsor. No, I'm just kidding. But meanwhile, down at bottom, Elasash is dead. Saxer going to get tossed up and thrown back, but they'll burst strike onto 2. And the Fade Bolt again is going to finish off. And now they're just throwing Cube. He's stuck in the Sandstorm. He's got sand in his eyes, sand in his brain. He's dead. Cube finished off. Havoc is being wreaked in this bottom lane. 33 and Saxer are absolutely going to town on Wind and Rain.
Yeah, I have to be honest. I don't agree with these Midas because, usually if you can get a Midas and everyone is playing passive, it's okay. You're getting away with it. That's not the case. This Midas is jeopardizing everyone else. The Weaver doesn't have a game, and this Puck doesn't have a game, doesn't have levels. He's level 6 at 12 minutes. That's so costly. And if the OD, had treads and drums, maybe he would be able to rotate and do something. Instead, he is like, okay, maybe if this game lasts 15 minutes, I might be able to farm. And I don't think that's how it works.
Far from an ideal situation. Hoping that Andre can have the same game. In fact, at least he can take very good advantage of the attack speed.
Yeah, definitely can. It's a great item on OD. It's just that I'm not sure that's the right game for it.
Well, looks like they're going to go something aggressive here. Wind and Rain, yeah, are grouped up together. Go for this smoke. Isn't spotted out by anything here, so they got to be quick, but they might be able to find something out if they go quickly enough. Blink Dagger just picked up on the Templar Assassin, so Father farming very quickly. Down to the bottom lane. They're actually going aggressive here. This could be bad for NIP. Saxer, though, he has stolen this. Sakuchi is in. They come. Faye is here. They've got the coil onto both. They catch out Saxer. Saxer's dropping low. He breaks the coil and gets finished off. 33 also in some trouble. Nice burst strike. He's going for the epicenter as well, but will get finished off before he can finish the cast time. He was just having some fun. But now the Chronosphere, it comes down, but the Ignis Spider on top of it. Is it enough to try and save the Weaver? No, it is not. The Mask Commanders gets popped and the damage gets done. But now they're on top of Ace here. The Avalanche comes out. The toss as well. Ace is getting heavy hits here. He could use a Turmoil if he wasn't silenced by his own Mask Commanders, and he's going to get dropped as well. Ace taking a costly death. A little bit cocky here from NIP. Are they going to keep on going? Surely they've learned the lesson by now. Yeah, it looks like they will back up. Disrespecting Wind and Rain a little bit there with these aggressive rotations, just trying to go for the one-man plays over and over again. And okay,
Nice.
yep, that's TA just doing TA things. And now she looks towards the stack and says, "Oh, you're doing a stack? Can I join in?" Looks fun.
Oh, Fada. He's going in. Has
Closing the
sucks,
gap
so-
on Boogie. Boogie's got the illusory orb though. TP's away, lift up. He's got the orb, but we've got some orb races going on. What? I mean,
oh wait, did he steal the silence? No, he has orb.
no, he got orb.
Oh, I think the orb was from the Rubik. Am I crazy? I think
Yeah,
the
there
orb
were
is solved.
there were 2 orbs. He just didn't jump to the tier zone. I don't know. There was already PPD waiting for him, and Saxa had the orb going to him as well. So I don't think he was
Okay,
getting out
that's
of that
what-
one anyways. But
Yeah. All right, so Faceless Void going for the Maelstrom here. Pretty standard build. That Mask of Madness, though, was actually his downfall in that Chronosphere. Gotta be careful about it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
smacking down this tier 1 tower, bottom tier 2. Also being sieged a little bit by Fata. But Boogie, he spotted the Veil, the damage. It's more than enough as Boogie is taken away in this bottom lane. 33. Man, he is just always where he needs to be.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Yeah.
attack.
This game suddenly became like OD versus the world. They are just banking everything on him. Boogie. Oh, nice. Ava.
Toss on the tower. There we go. He's been disarmed, so he's going to be safe from a bit of the magic damage. And an epicenter is coming out. 33. He's leading them straight into it. The burst strike forwards. He wants to get the quick kill, but he actually gets astraled up, so they'll keep the con alive for the time being. Bit of damage being thrown onto 33, but Alsash will not be able to make it out of the sandstorm. Meanwhile, Andre is actually finished off by Fata. So he goes in deep on the Templar Assassin. Now looking towards Cube as well. Ace and Fata are chasing. It doesn't seem like Cube's going to be getting out of this one. Does turn around for an avalanche toss combo, but it's not enough. Ace gets another kill here in the middle lane. NIP cleaning up. This time, they bring the numbers, and Wind and Rain cannot face that.
Wow, that is costly. They didn't even commit Chronosphere for this. They can keep fighting.
Radiant's middle tower has
Boogie on the
fallen.
run. Being pretty hardly chased here as the burst strike comes through onto him, and Boogie's going to get dropped once again. It doesn't seem like he's got enough mobility in this game, and he still doesn't have this blink dagger.
Yeah. Oh, Weaver actually gave up on the mountain. At least got the Dragonless first. Oh, they're gonna kill her. Bash.
There it is. There it is. Tiny tries to
And he
help
loses
out
the-
with a burst strike. They're actually pinging him out now. They've got him under a trap. And one comes down. Fada on one side, 33 on the other, and a Tiny in the middle, but not for much longer as he's being finished off right now. Down he goes. Cube taken care of.
Radiant's bottom tower
This
under
is so costly. They lost the courier on top of it all. Whew. Wind and Rain to make it rain very, very hard if they want to win this game, because the Scuttle, he has boots. He doesn't offer much. The OD starting to accelerate a little bit. He's going for that Side of Ice first item build.
That's extremely greedy. And at the rate which NIP are playing at right now, I can't see him getting it before NIP are knocking on their high ground, but we'll see.
Yep. Alright, so they have to use this Scuttle to perfection. They have to cut the waves, but he actually is maxing Chakra Magic. Oh, fuck dice. He doesn't have a lot of anti-push, actually. Only 1 point in Illuminate.
Radiant's bottom
that's not gonna be enough to
tower
keep the
is
creeps
under
at bay.
attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
That being said, you can get 2 Astrals in a fight if OD uses Astral and he gets Chakra Magic. So maybe that's the plan here. Double Astral.
Yeah,
Radiant's middle
3 versus 5, you know?
yeah, it's something. I feel like you're really kind of clutching at straws here, Bowie, but we'll see what they can pull off.
I mean, I don't see any other reason for Max Chakra Magic. Oh god, he's dead. Oh.
Well, he gets the... it comes through anyway. Get that lovely Maelstrom talk coming out. Doesn't need to hit heroes anyway. Doesn't need his evasion.
Oh boy.
On the top, they're trying to play around with 33 right now, looking for this kill. 2 heroes surrounding him, but they don't have any mana on the Weaver. And, well, they'll toss in the Rubik, see if he can go get a lift on someone. They actually get the Atos up onto the Tiny, and Fada is here. He's finished off with Desolator, and he's making sure Cube knows that fact. Tiny reduced to rubble. Looks like Boogie at least will be able to grab these creep wave here and get himself a bit of farm. He's very, very scared though. And this is the thing, right? When you're playing from this far behind, you can't afford to be this afraid. Like, you need to just kill this creep wave, and then you need to get out. Like, it's...
Yeah. I was actually reading Twitch chat, and someone mentioned Aghanim Scepter on River, and I think it would be clutch versus the Faceless Void. But the problem is they don't even have a frontliner to save, right? I guess the OD is... Oh, bottom.
Gonna go for him once again. This time he gets the Scoochy off, but 33 guesses correctly.
Oh.
Nearly enough. So close to bringing down that Weaver.
And that was lucky by itself. The Weaver pops to Kuchi to clear the wave, and like at the perfect time. Even then, it was pretty close. Oh, that's Roche.
Yep, that's later on TA. It's always Roche o'clock. Ace going to come in as well and help out with this one. They might even give it to Ace, but I imagine it's going too fast.
I just think that... Oh, we actually got to 420 at one point. Meme score. But I think that if they don't contest this Roshan, they'll just lose this game. But maybe they don't know about it. They actually have this pretty good ward from NIP in their ancient, so they see everything.
Yeah, NIP are doing what they want right now. Completely outclassing Wind and Rain right now.
Oh, man. Alright, so Side of Eyes, we still need about 2,000 gold? So, actually 3,000 gold. So not great. No, 2,000.
He's getting there. He's getting there. Yeah, 2,000. Don't put him down unnecessarily.
Oh, Boogie. Still trying to get that blink. This is a costly game. The fact that they picked this Weaver and they were forced to safe lane the hero because they needed a better matchup middle. Just the drafting here from NIP just way superior, at least in this game.
They're trying to go for Saxa here. Saxa steals the Avalanche, throws it back, but now an Avalanche back his way as well. Saxa should be going down here. They see him through the trees thanks to that bug. Pops out the dust, but they will finish off that Rubik.
Alright. Fada pretty much has BKB.
With a smoke on it as well. That doesn't feel too good.
Again,
I don't know what Eldersash is doing, putting the courier out there.
That is true.
It looks like he's already on a suicide mission, and then he's like, yeah, so the courier can come with me.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Faye just trying to cut up the creep wave here. But Fada won't need a creep wave. He's got more than enough damage with the one he's got.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
They have a catapult top. They might force this a little. Oh, TP even from sinking. They're going.
Yeah, they're committing hard onto this one. There's a Boots of Travel Sand King. Boots of Travel, Veil, Blink Dagger. He's very, very rich. In fact, above all the heroes on the side of Wind and Rain. So far ahead. All Andre can really do is throw in a couple of right clicks and he's trying to get towards... Oh, nice Ignis. Going to hold still the Oracle at very least. Should get them this quick pick off to start off the fight. But now the Epicenter coming in. Elsash dropping low, but he's looking towards the OD. Can't decide on the target. He's going to be held still on this high ground. When the Rain needs to get up here, they will be able to do it. But 3 heroes caught inside. Oh, the puck didn't actually manage to get to the orb. Huge mistake from Boogie. And now Cube goes down as well. Faye will be able to make it out of the Chronosphere, but he's still chasing. Bow strike forwards as well. They've got Weaver down on the high ground here, but the Astral's going to buy him a little bit more time. The nuke damage was not enough from NIP to finish off that Weaver. So they only get themselves 2 kills, and the buyback from Puck means they're still against 4 opponents. Fire just going to go and get some damage on this tower, though. He's going to take this by himself if nobody comes in here. The backdoor protection should be coming in soon, but a quick blink away from Fata.
Oof. I was going to say, there was actually a distant defense. Oh, metal. Gonna kill Boogie.
He's gone. Tiny coming in. Damage dealt. They'd even throw down the Santines for that one. That was 33 going down though. That's a lot of their team fight going on NIP. But are they hanging back? No, they're not. Blinking. Kill onto 1. Kill onto 2. Fada dealing so much damage. Looking towards Faye, but he wants to get the tiny cube. That's going to be another one going the way. This time of Ace. NIP dominating Wind and Rain right now. Every single fight. I mean, it's 16k gold advantage. It's 27-on-7 on the scoreline. It is just... Wind and Rain maybe get one more chance of finding this one. They don't have any items. They still don't have the first item up on the OD. He's just got his Hand of Midas, you know, Weaver. He's got a Yasha and a Dragon Lance, and that's your GG. Elsash decides to call it. They pull the plug. Game number 1 goes to NIP in 23 minutes, and it did not look close.
Yeah, it did not. That being said, though, I think definitely a draft issue. They were forced into this very odd lane configuration. OD had a good game, but NIP, they know how to play Dota. They see that OD with Midas and a Orb. They know they have to win the game early. They just Roche, and it's pretty straightforward. hopefully we're gonna see. I don't even think that their draft lacked aggressiveness. It's just the way that they were forced to lane. So just gotta be careful about that. I guess the Kato also, not the greatest hero in lane when you're forced to get that blinding light level 1. So they were just in a pretty tough spot at the beginning.
Yeah, none of the lanes really went the way of Wind and Rain wanted to, and none of the fights went the way Wind and Rain wanted to. Everything rolling in Ninjas and Pyjamas' favor. It didn't feel like Wind and Rain were confident in this game. It didn't feel like they were just using the heroes they're meant to be used, honestly. Like, that's the bottom line here. They just didn't really react correctly, I would say, to the lane setup they ended up with. And a great draft from NIP, though, definitely putting them into an awkward position. It was really hard for Wind and Rain to actually win this one.
Yeah, that's true. All right, they have a second chance.
They do indeed have a second chance. Second game coming up very shortly in this best of 2 series in the StarLadder Minor, sponsored by DX Racer. Some of the most comfortable gaming chairs available. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll be back with game number 2.